Hey guys, today I wanted to do something a little fun for Halloween. I'm actually recording this like 1 week before Halloween. But I thought that I would just release this on Halloween because this seems appropriate for that. So for those of you who don't know, there's a movie coming out on Halloween, a horror movie, and there's pretty much only one thing that distinguishes this horror movie from every single other like Blumhouse trash. I don't think this is Blumhouse, but it's like a Blumhouse compatible. The one thing that distinguishes this from other things is that it's somehow about autism, even though there's literally autism horror movies don't go together unless you're an autistic person who likes horror movies like I do, but it just seems like they're putting autism in everything these days. Like, I understand, that there's more awareness about it, and I want there to be more awareness about it, but I just think it's getting a little excessive. I mean, and it's being glorified to a certain extent and spreading misconceptions like that we're all savants or something. Kind of like it was with trans people a couple of years ago, and luckily that has seemed to die down a little bit. But anyway, let's get to the trailer. And one thing I should mention is that I'm a sucker for jump scares. Okay, so if I like skip around a bit in the trailer, it's because I don't like jump scares. Even though like I literally am not scared by anything else in horror movies.
This is Larry. He just wants a friend.
How's this communication been going?
Poor guy still doesn't have any friends.
The answer is 8.
How come Oliver still gets to use his phone in class?
He's autistic, dude.
Okay, this was the line that got me interested in reacting to this trailer. I don't know what's funny about he's autistic, dude, but it reminds me of a Hannah and Jake joke where, back when they used to actually be funny, where they were watching, it was that bad Columbine movie, that bad religious Columbine movie, and there's a kid who's mentally disabled in it, and at some point, some of the bullies call him a retard, and it was either Hannah or Jake, but they were like, dude, that totally describes his disability, man. And also, I wanted to point out that always, pretty much without failure, nonverbal autistic people are portrayed as just like this quiet, withdrawn little mute person, where really they're usually still interacting with their environment, especially if they have like severe sensory issues. So a nonverbal autistic person isn't just going to be like this perfect mute person. They're probably going to be reacting to the sounds outside or doing certain behaviors to try to control what's going on. Ooh, spoopy. It's a Halloween filter.
I just want to be your friend. Something in house.
There's nobody but your mom and your dad.
Oh, the violin strings. You can't, in any horror movie, you have to have like that. Like, it's literally, it's not a horror movie if you don't have those in there.
Do you know how your nightmares aren't real? Neither are ghosts or ghouls.
Comes a terrifying new vision in horror that's not exactly like every other horror you've ever seen. The only difference is it has the autism sprinkled in there.
What are you staring at? Hey! What's this?
This is Larry. He isn't from the world you know. Larry just wants a friend.
So this is basically like the Babadook movie, but a lot worse, it seems like, because at least the Babadook was about like grief and loss, and there was a psychological element to it. But No, this is just a plain ripoff.
Maybe we should stop reading. Will you be Larry's friend?
Oh yeah, creaky doorsteps. Gotta have that in a horror movie too.
He just wants a friend.
Hello? This thing wants our son.
Okay, another trope in horror movies is that there's like this special child with like supernatural powers who is the only one who sees the ghosts, or the ghost in this case, and then they and then this supernatural force comes and takes this supernaturally gifted kid. Except in the two movies that I'm thinking of that have that trope, those movies are actually really good for other reasons, and they're not just exploitative like this. Like,
spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine.
are they saying that autism makes you have like you can sense ghosts now? Is that the level we've reached? I get that it's a horror movie, it's a fantasy world, but I just don't know why they had to make him be autistic. Like, I think they're just trying to get traction towards their movie, because otherwise no one is going to see it.
He just wants a friend.
Stay away from my son! Did you turn it on?
Okay, this is something that legit scares me. I legit have nightmares about this. And I have ever since I was little, of televisions and computers turning on. Despite you pressing all the buttons to turn off, they just turn on by themselves and seem to have a mind of their own. That always scares me. So at least thank you for including something genuinely scary into this movie, even though what scares people is subjective, definitely.
Finish the story.
Misunderstood monster. So I guess they're trying to draw a parallel between the autistic kid being misunderstood and the monster being misunderstood. I just don't know what they're going for with this.
He just wants a friend.
Okay, the rest of that was just jump scares.
Spooky, scary skeletons speak with such.
Now we're out of the way with that. Let's read a couple of comments. This Larry guy seems like a great guy. I'll be his friend. My lights just went out. Good news. Larry accepted my friend request. At least Slenderman wrote a suit and wasn't butt naked. Show some class. Larry, the name that strikes fear into people's hearts. See, that's the thing with all these terrible, like, dime a dozen horror movies, is that they always have, like, the least intimidating name for their villain. Like, there was obviously the Bye-Bye Man a few years ago. Now there's the Empty Man, and now we got Larry. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. If you guys have any thoughts on this movie, do you think it'll actually be good? Do you think you know why autism is being put into it? Please let me know in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.
He just wants a friend.
Your nightmares aren't real. Neither are ghosts or ghouls.
Feel the fun!